I'm not going to that. All right, let's go.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Omega Files. I'm your host, Dr. Freedom, and tonight we've gathered to discuss a, entertaining romp of a holiday special called The Husbands Are River Song. Okay, let's intro everybody. Let's get hey there, hi there, ho there's from everyone. Let's start with AJ.
Hi there from the future.
All right, Phillip.
Hello, sweetie.
Andrew. Can you hear me, Andrew?
Hello.
Okay, there you go. William.
Hey, now, how you doing?
Yeah.
Kevin.
What's on my head? Endless.
All right, Matt.
Merry Christmas.
And Texas Tim's been called away. He'll join us in a minute. Okay, so this one really caught me off guard because usually when Christmas comes around, more often than not, it's like, yay, it's another hour of attempted humor and bad Christmas, synonyms and whatnot and metaphors. But no, this one actually was quite entertained beginning to end. I actually got a kick out of it. Okay, let's go ahead and let's start with opening thoughts. Let's pick someone at random this time. We'll start with Andrew. What's your opening thoughts on this Husbands of River Song?
It was a good episode. I think it rounded up the River Song story very well, yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll go to Texas Tim since he just re-popped up. What's your opening thoughts on this one, Tim?
It was better than I thought it was going to be. I was expecting it to be a total comedy kind of romp kind of thing, which it was, but it also had a little bit of, melancholy at the end, with a little bit of wrapping up of River Song's story in sort of a way that, if we never see her again in the story or the episodes in the future, it's okay. Her story's done, or she could pop up again. You never know. It's pretty cool the way they tied it up.
Okay, next we go to Phillip.
Hello. Initially, when I saw the trailers for this episode, I thought, it's going to be one of those stupid stories that just won't make me laugh. But having seen it more than once, I'll say 4 times over, I kind of enjoyed it. The humour was not too over the top. It was there, but I think the best part for me was the latter half of the episode where it became serious, and it sort of like had Capaldi and Kingston looking into their relationship. And that was
Okay, next up, William.
Oh, yeah, I have to agree with the guys, but I actually thought since it was a Christmas episode, it was going to be a farcy comedy like that. I didn't know it about a plot at all. But when I watched it twice, I understand it was a really good episode. I have to recommend maybe one of the top 3 Christmas stories so far. I like the way that even though it looked like the doctor thought that River was using her all the time that he was in his other incarnations, it was good to see that in the end he realized the truth, and it was one of the good revelations when River find out who he was when he said hello, sweetie, to her. So and like Tim said, it is you could say these could be like maybe her final appearance on TV, but when you think about it, and of course when you deal with what happened with Big Finish yesterday, you could say that after this story, her further appearances are starting in Big Finish, because in those stories she's already using a sonic screwdriver, which is is a good way for us to continue hearing other stories about her.
Okay, on to Matt.
Oh, hello. Yes, it was a very good special, and it marked 10 years since it. We started the tradition of Christmas specials back with Russell T with when Tennant arrived, and here we are 10 years later, and this is a phenomenal Christmas special. I really loved every minute from the beginning to the end. Capaldi and Kingston were just a top class, and they played off so well against each other. It was fantastic. It just really was just a great special. I loved everything, and the callback from Derillium when it was first established when she met Tennant back when he was with Catherine Tate in the Silence of the Library arc, where she turned up and said, "Oh, you turned up with hair and a new suit, and you took me to Deryllium." I really loved how Moffat called back onto that. And if this is the end for her on TV, as we said, finishing the Diary of River Song yesterday, her Big Finish journey's only begun, and hopefully they'll slot a lot more stuff in between the end before she goes to the library or after. It's phenomenal. Loved every minute of it. It is without a doubt one of the best specials over the last 10 years.
Okay, Kevin.
Well, let's start with the beginning. I loved it, the beginning of the episode with the doctor coming as a surgeon, and then he comes with endless on the set. Endless. You're a time travel and you're going with hologram endless. I left it really I really left hard. Also, that part with that the doctor's trying to hint that it's him, that it's the real doctor, like coming in the TARDIS for the first time. Oh my God, it's big on the inside. That was just very funny. And yeah, and yeah, the serious part was really beautiful. It can be the wrapping up the future River Song story, you know, for Peter Capaldi's Doctor. But a night on the
Deryllium.
The Deryllium is 24 years, so basically there can be much happened in that one night.
A lot of which the BBC will not air.
Yeah. Well, they didn't get a honeymoon night, so.
No, but notice that since she has 24 years for one night, that could explain her future and current appearance in Big Finish.
She's going to be sore, but she can be very sore after 24 years, but never mind.
Oh, God.
So there can be heaven. Probably Moffat is going to say, there is a kid.
Oh, you beat me to it. I was going to say, this is going to lead to an upcoming episode, The Doctor's Other Daughter.
No, but I really liked the ending. It was very it was very sad and you know, to because the doctor said you have to face facts. I cannot be, you know, with you forever, and it was fun. And it was very cool to see all the doctors again, you know, find this man. So yeah, and I really loved it. 10 out of 10 already.
Well, she did tell him she had pictures of every one of his incarnations.
I like to know how she got a photo of the War Doctor. I like to know how she got that.
That's maybe something that'll come up in Big Finish because Diary of River Song came out today.
And same thing with the first two Doctor. How she got photos of them.
Also, I can't wait to see how they resolve how she's met, you know, the 8th Doctor. Yet she claimed that, you know, blah, blah, you know how it goes. It's a timey one. Yeah. Okay, AJ.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good comical romp. I like Mac Lucas. He was dressed like Cartman from South Park in this, so I thought that was good. I just thought it was a brilliant episode. River Song being a bit trampy, you know, so many husbands at once. Kind of like the Doctor.
And a second wife. And a second wife.
Sorry, my bad. So, you know, it was quite good. It was a decent episode. I thought it would have been.
Okay, let's open up the mics and go open for him. I loved it when they were sitting there going back and forth about, you know, oh yeah, you were married to, you know, Marilyn Monroe, Stephen Fry. Wait.
I want to know, how does that spray of her work to get her to change her costume like that? That's a good, lovely. I want one of those. I want one of those sprays to change my clothes without doing it. That's just good, man.
Or a head in a bag.
You'll get a ball gown every time, Phil.
What's interesting too is
I just want to say, calm down, Andrew. Force Awakens is next weekend.
Oh yeah.
It's interesting that a lot of people that don't like River Song, because there are pretty many Doctor Who fans that don't really like her that much. They've kind of changed their mind after this because they give her a lot to do in this. They really develop her character a lot more, I would say. And instead of just giving out kind of slutty one-liners like she used to do, it's it's more of a rounded character. It's almost like the Doctor steps into an episode of The Adventures of River Song. It's almost like he's the guest character. I think that's a pretty clever way to do it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I like too how she doesn't know it's him the whole time. Not till about 45 minutes in does she find out that's actually him, the Doctor. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But it kind of makes sense because, like we just said, she only knows of 12 faces or 11 faces. I don't know how you count.
She doesn't know that one. That's the point.
Yeah.
No, she says 12, but there is 13 if you remember right.
Well, remember, 2 of them are the same face, so.
Yeah.
So the Doctor is actually no one knows the Doctor actually. You know, of the new face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she had no idea about the whole, events that happened apparently at the end of his little adventure on, Trenzalore, about how he got the new generation. So I thought that was refreshing that it's like, for once, River, I know something you don't.
Well, the one they talked about, it is set after Manhattan for her.
Yeah.
That's true. But then when you think about the Trenzalore episode, she was there when he died as well. So
that was the echo of her.
That was her ghost.
Oh
well, that was after the library one.
Oh,
She was dead already.
Yeah, that was after she was dead already. Yep, you got it.
But she didn't die on Trenzalore. He was generated. She doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else anyone want to bring up? There's a lot of great moments in here. So
I like that goofy robot that he takes this guy's head. I don't like flying. Just close your eyes. all of a sudden, when he pops back up, he seems like, can I stay up here? It's more cool. And he goes back down like a drill. Like, what? I'm like,
I particularly love the drinks cabinet thing in the TARDIS roundel. I thought that was fantastic.
And apparently she takes the TARDIS sometimes when he's not looking, or when he's
I know.
she goes off and has her own adventure in it.
Yeah, that's why I was hoping Graham was here, because I'm sure he would have something to say about the hidden wet bar in the TARDIS.
Yeah. She says, "Don't tell Dad."
What's the weirdest thing was when they were in the restaurant and then that guy zipped down his head.
Yeah.
I was like, I was eating when that thing was showing. Like, that's it for my food. I put my food to the side. Like, wow.
Shouldn't do that in the restaurant, he says.
Yeah. Well, when I
wonder if there's not going to be complaints about that. I wonder if there's not going to be complaints about that, because it's about 5:00 p.m. UK. It's not, that's before Watershed. So
he's been doing dinner time.
The White House.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the same restaurant from the first episode?
What's he doing?
Hey, what was that, Andrew?
I know he's talking to off screen.
Okay.
No, it's AJ that was asking the question.
Yeah, I was going to say, wasn't that the same restaurant?
Oh my God!
I think something died.
Wasn't that the same restaurant from Holly's first episode? It looked like the same basic layout for the restaurant. Remember where he was dealing with the robots?
Oh, Deep Breath.
Yes.
Oh,
the setting. The setting looks the same.
Yeah.
Could be.
Well, why not? They obviously reused the Trap Street.
Yeah.
They didn't know. That's what I thought.
Yeah, it was. It was a redress of the Trap Street from back in Face the Raven.
Sonic Trowel as a weapon.
I know.
That was a bit okay.
Yeah, you trowel.
If I was Lisa Bowerman right now, I'd be phoning up going, "Where's my Sonic Trowel?
I was hoping he would have mentioned Dr. The other archaeologist.
Dr. Summerfield.
Benny, I would just for as a gag to upset her, like like she always likes to talk back to him and put him down. Like just for once, I would say, well, if I need an archaeologist, I call Professor Benny Summerfield. Like, what? That tramp? Whatever. She would have went off.
Yeah, also with the other husband, is angry at with her son, and then she kissed another one. Oh, then you're my husband, and then the doctor.
We got married. Yeah, he said, we got married. Y'all erased that memory, but you was acting up. So I'm like, look at this.
She was a bit loose, I must admit, honestly.
They give a lot, that's gonna give ideas to a lot of ladies, man.
Anyone else notice he had the Sonic Sunnies and the Sonic Screwdriver too?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what was the point of using the Sonic Shades if you had the new Sonic?
But remember when he used it, he wasn't showing that he was a doctor, that he was a surgeon. That's when he used the shades.
Oh, okay.
When he used the Sonic, he was already revealed to her that he's the doctor.
Yeah, but he's got both now, so.
That's pretty cool. One he using the slide and the one he used regular.
Yeah.
Fair enough. It was nice to see the Sonic in action, actually, the new one. I was like, oh, I want one of those.
Soon, it's coming out soon. I think it comes out next week.
Roboto.
How much does it cost? Please say it.
Too much.
$1 million.
Oh!
Well, the 11th Doctors is $1,200 US or Australian, I think.
Well, I believe your price.
Oh, I know.
Right.
And it doesn't buzz either.
Didn't we find it strange that she didn't have a vortex? She didn't have a vortex manipulator on her.
She probably didn't at that point. She probably lost it by that point anyway.
Yeah.
Just towards the end of her run streak.
Yeah, I suppose so.
She never had it in the library.
Well, what do you say, Andrew? You have any favorite parts?
No.
No.
That narrows it down. Okay, so come on, anyone else? There's a lot of good parts in here. Anyone have any real favorite parts you want to bring up?
Go ahead, Jay.
When River Song goes to the restaurant near the end of the episode, she leaves the doors to the TARDIS wide open and just walks away from it.
I like the part, especially though, with the when they come to find out the head is like that they're worshiping that guy.
Yeah,
he's like their Jesus or something, and so they like she's like halfway up in the bag, and she's like, maybe not.
I did like the sort of like the bit where the Doctor pushes the TARDIS along the timeline a bit to reach the built tower.
Oh, yeah.
Before the restaurant was done.
Yeah, before the restaurant was done. I thought it was quite nicely done.
That's something they revealed too, is that he was deliberately holding back that meeting of her with the towers or whatever, because he was prolonging her existence in a lot of ways. When she kind of begs him at the end, can't you pull one of your stunts? And he's like, I can't, because he already knows he can't. I guess if he was to change things, it would mess up the time thing, because we already know she's gonna die in the library.
But you know what though? But you know what, Tim? If he can't touch and alter the River's outcome, why the hell was he able to do it with Clara? Because that's kind of weird.
That's why he won't do it. Look at what happened.
He learned his lesson.
Phenomenally.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, he's learned his lesson kind of from that. I think that's one of the things I walked away from, because even though Clara's not mentioned at all, you can tell, that, wait a minute, it's like, yeah, I've tried doing that before and it didn't work out too well. It's like, no, I can't do that.
Well, he done it before and it bit him in the rear when he did that to Charlie Pullman.
Yeah.
Too.
So,
So it's kind of like pick and choose really for him.
Because Gallifrey is back, so.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So there are rules.
The police are watching.
Also, look at what happened when he did make that exception. He ended up breaking all his own rules. He damn near ended the universe, and he basically did exactly what the Master wanted. He became an agent of chaos, and that's why he won't do it again. I think is because he realized once you take that,
not even for your wife. Oh man,
it's kind of like
he can't do it, but he really saw her die. He can't change something that really happened.
Yeah. Also,
don't you think he would have done? Yeah. Don't you think he would have done something for Adric or Lucy Miller or other people that died around him?
Yeah, I know. But
also, you got to remember, River wasn't exactly killed by circumstance. River made that decision back in the Forest of the Dead to step into that machine to help save all those people and all that.
Yeah, so she sacrificed herself. I understand that.
Also, also the Doctor would have to not only cross time, back into her time, it would be crossing his own time track, and I don't even want to imagine. No, actually, I know exactly what would happen. That's when the Reapers from back in Series 1 of the new series would finally come back.
Father's Day.
Father's Day. That's when they'll come back, yeah.
Oh, we lost someone.
He'll be back.
Oh, I think we lost Matt. He might be having technical difficulties again.
Post office.
It's the way of the future.
It's the way of the future, man.
I love when you say that, because that's a slap in his face.
Hey,
There he is.
it's the future.
Okay, so Matt, you've been too quiet. Can you hear us? What were some of your favorite parts in this one?
Oh, King Hydroflax, for sure. He's one of my favourite characters in this. And the scene with the bag where they're just kicking him, where they just kidnap him. It's just so funny. And in the restaurant where they have his bag under the table and River just kicks him gently to get him to be quiet. I love every minute. I still like the Sonic trial and think, it would be temporary on here, but spoilers, who knows how long she's had it for. And as well, one of my favourite bits has to be where they again showing all the images of all the previous Doctors. I love that.
Damsel.
Yeah.
That was a reference to the song, the record, wasn't it? Damsel in Distress.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Doctor in Distress then.
No, but they were doing a play on words with that song. Damsel in Distress.
Copyright.
Copyright. Oh yes, sorry. Right. Well, most of the stuff that I like were mostly word-spoken bits, but because there's such a lot, quite a few bits to it, I can't remember.
He got a lot of funny lines, Doctor.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Some of them you don't even catch till the second time you watch it. You're like, oh,
that's good.
I didn't catch that. Yeah, it's very funny.
Oh yeah, when they try to escape and that waiter comes in, something like, "Oh, you didn't enjoy your dinner now, did you, Professor Song?" That beetle creature thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He said something to him funny, yeah. And then River got him back and said, I'm going to dig you up in 300 years. I know what happens to you.
It's 400.
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
100 years.
I dug you up.
Yeah.
He's still going to dig him up.
What about when Capaldi and Riversong teleport out of there and they've got the bag in their hand? They're both laying in the snow and Capaldi's just cracking up laughing the fact that he's got a bag and a head in the bag and a head's trying to insult them inside the bag.
That was kind of sweet. That was sweet to see him actually laugh out loud like that.
You'll be fretting my bag.
And I'm surprised nobody's mentioned the infamous "It's bigger on the inside" speech.
Yeah, wait,
Yeah.
is that... I did that.
Yeah, he did that earlier. He said his reaction, his fake reaction to it.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Everything I learned is gone.
Yes.
It was a little role reversal a bit in this story.
Like that. Sorry, I've
Also-
always
also-
wanted to see that done properly.
Also, that special button, you know, that sync button. Sync, you know, to sync is.
Let everybody be brand.
Oh, better not touch that anyway. Anytime soon.
Oh yeah, the button that checks the waste from deck 7 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I guess
Massive. All last year, people kept saying it was Clara Who. Well, tonight people say it's River Who.
Well,
Silly.
Doesn't make a difference.
haters gonna hate.
So she is married to him. So there you go.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, of course she is Mrs. Who. That's it, the real one.
Well, the Doctor has kissed some woman, so.
Elizabeth the First.
But I did like their what do you call it? Their relation. I can't say the word. Relational. Let's speak English.
Relationship.
Their relationship was very subtle and not over the top kind of thing. It was quite nice to see. It wasn't all come and get into my bed, big man, all that rubbish. It was nicely done.
When she did get him, and she says, "How do I look?" Or all I see is your friend. I gotta wait to see the rest of it.
Well, yeah, there is that point.
You did say that. That's pretty
They never actually snog though. River Song in the 11 would snog, but 12
Yeah,
didn't.
Your 12 is a bit more reserved, man. It goes,
Don't you think that they would have probably just went ahead and did it, considering it now you have remember one of the big weird things back when her and Matt Smith had that big kiss? Oh my God, he's kissing Grandma.
yeah.
And yet now you got two actors who are pretty close to the same age, and they didn't do that whole thing. I was shocked.
Well, I was waiting for it right at the end when it was like, but it didn't happen. I thought,
I was shocked that she admitted that she's over 200 years old.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of years that we get to. Well, like I said, the big finish just came out yet for.
Wasn't it 224?
No, 200.
She said,
around 200. She didn't give a specific. Just 200.
All right.
So that's if they're gonna continue it, Big Finish got a lot of stories to tell right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you mean stories such as this?
Yeah, it's a series 1.
Yeah, that's just the first box set, Diary of River Song, with this group of stories.
How much? Oh, all right. Okay, that's
It's the same box here.
What are you worried about it?
That's it. That's American. I've never seen it.
And if you are interested, it is a $29.68 American. Yeah, that's right, Nick Briggs. I want my money. No.
Wow.
And
Anyway,
if you got enough of that, here we go. She's going to be appearing in Doom Coalition 2.
Yay!
I'd like to see her with the classic Doctors, like 1, 2, and 3, probably.
Well,
Well, they do have they do have the guy doing 3 now. Way at Tim Trelaw.
Yeah, Trelaw and Gilor.
I was like, who the bloody hell are you?
Who are you, Mr. Handsome, dashing man with a cape?
I'm trying to see Pertwee reacting to River Song. Oh man.
Oh, blimey.
Not tonight, my dear. I'm washing my hair.
Why don't you do something useful? Pass me that silicon rod.
Or play some Venusian moves on her.
Oh.
So yeah, she's going to be appearing with the 8th Doctor, Paul McGann, in the upcoming Big Finish at Doom Coalition 2.
Go watch my call.
out in March.
March of 2016. Plus, you got Diary of River Song already out.
Yeah.
For download.
You seem we're going to be getting a lot more adventures.
Yeah.
I still don't think, even though they stipulate on the episode that this will be the last time for her and this Doctor, they can always flip back further down the timeline and have us meet the other Doctors, considering she's got all their faces.
Yeah, but what they mean is this is the last time she meets the Doctor before she goes to the library. I guess that's
yeah.
As far as her diary tells her, or as far as he knows. Because that's when the first time he met her or whatever. But you're right. I mean, that's why you've got Big Finish here doing this set, because they're putting in adventures of her doing what she does, and then she just bump into 8. So there you go. I mean, why not? There's a lot they can do with it. I'm impressed. I've listened to the first 2 so far, and they're pretty good.
Go. There you go. Even the big man himself speaks for itself. No way to kill off River Song.
She's already dead.
That's what he says. That's exactly what he says in the article.
That's an old article, isn't it?
She's dead, yeah.
She started off dead.
You kill off Claire, so don't lie.
No, River Song dies in her first appearance, so that's why every time you're seeing her, it's before that one.
But wouldn't it be funny if the Time Lords came in and they resurrected her, gave her a new incarnation and all that, and so that she can keep the Doctor on track whenever they needed him?
That's a little weird because remember
That's too fan fiction-y for one
that's
thing.
after because remember the time she died in her first appearance, that time war already ended. They were gone.
So let me get this right. So by the time the library comes, she's totally used up all her regenerations.
No, remember?
She gave it
to incarnation.
That's what I mean. When she saved Eleven's life, she gave all of her remaining regenerations.
Oh, yeah. Remember back in I think it was Let's Kill Hitler, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she gave up all her remaining regenerations to get Matt Smith knocked back on track, back to life.
What kind of confuses me to the fact that if she gave him all that amount of regeneration, why did he not regenerate into a new body completely when she did that? I don't get.
Because it's spacey wacy.
Exactly.
She used her remaining regeneration to heal him up.
But But that amount of energy would trigger for regeneration, no matter how much,
Regeneration was disabled, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she
Poison.
kick-started him. Yeah, but
I wouldn't have. The poison was blocking it.
yeah, but once she booted all the remaining regeneration, we don't know how many regeneration she had left. That would have kick-started
She was in her third incarnation.
a third. So you're talking about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're talking about 7 or 8 incarnations that he has, or he was given. He should have regenerated on the spot there and let kill him.
Actually, me being a professional in xenoarchaeology and biology and whatnot, I can explain this very simply. When she gave up her regeneration energy to the doctor, she not only disabled the poison, but also refreshed that current incarnation. Therefore, regeneration was no longer valid nor needed. And I just made all that up and pulled it completely out of my ass.
Yes, you did. I love it, though.
Somebody's gonna take that and use it. They're gonna write it down. Watch.
Get it, man. Check at the end of the week.
So copyright Dr. Freedom.
Copyright Dr. Freedom, 2015.
Oh boy. Yeah, I know. It's a small quibble, but who cares? But still.
But like she's gonna come back and
I reckon they'll bring her back on TV.
No, not TV. I think there probably be a couple of box sets of her to keep people listening to her stories.
Yeah.
We give you box sets and we want the money.
After all, she's got 24 years.
There's a 24-year gap there.
Yeah, she's got 24 years.
And so already in that episode, she said she's over 200 years old. So right there, there's a lot of years there. Like her time in school learning archaeology. What was the first thing she ever discovered as an archaeologist? Did she ever run into Benny Summerfield and they got into a cat fight over the doctor? We don't know.
Actually, William, that book, The Big Bang Theory, didn't she meet Livingstone in that book?
No, they were looking for her, but the church wasn't going to let her loose.
Oh.
Yeah, but Benny does know that river exists, so.
Yeah.
That was the Big Bang generation, not theory.
Yeah.
Big Bang generation. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Big Bang Theory is a show. Yeah, if you watch it, okay, but okay.
Oh yeah, I saw some episodes.
Anyway, go on.
Penny.
Oh.
Penny.
I don't know what she.
Penny.
But now, there's the argument that's been going on. Like, do you think Big Finish is milking more the new series for Big Finish than pushing the old one to the side, or do they got space? Or do they got space? Or do they got space for everything?
That's a very good question, actually.
Remember, we don't have unlimited funds, so we have to pick and choose which one we want.
Speak for yourself, William. My funds come from the universe.
Well, I liked the idea, that's coming next year, that the old doctors, fighting the new monsters from the new series.
Well, that'd be good. Yeah, it comes out in July. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could balance that out, William. There, what you just said there, that they're bringing in old monsters to fight the old doctors. I mean, new monsters to fight the old doctors. So that's quite a good balance. But I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I'm talking about like budget wise, like for instance, everybody who keeps going for the main range and Eighth Doctor and
they don't sell it here.
Well, Dr. Disco, is because you guys don't pay good.
We don't
you can order them from the website.
Yeah, website. Get it from the website.
Then with shipping costs, then
it's added when you go to the website and pick the item you want. It tells you how much it will cost with the shipping for your location.
I hope that the shipping is not as big as the BBC one, because that's ridiculous.
Well, when I ordered for them a box set, I think the shipping would be like $6.
Oh.
So I think in UK probably be like $3.50 or £4.
Yeah, that is cheap.
So that's a box set, and then of course the individual ones are less than that.
All right, thanks.
I don't see a difference between old, new, and new Who and Big Finish. I just see Who. That's all I see.
Yeah. Also, like I said, I don't know why they're complaining, because they were slipping references to stuff in the new show in with the classic stuff way back when, a couple of years ago even.
Yeah, the Crescent Moon, the Green Crescent Moon.
Yeah, that was mentioned in I think it was the Whispering Forest. It was a Peter Davison adventure.
Yeah.
Where he mentions about the green crescent being the universal symbol for hospitals. And they also had a couple other little things that get mentioned on and off about the, remember, I can't remember which adventure it was, but look out for that guy with the leather jacket.
They also have one again in Amsterdam.
Oh yeah,
with the fifth
the
Doctor.
Kingmaker.
The Kingmaker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, go ahead, Kevin. I'm sorry, we overran you a little bit. I didn't hear all of you.
Well, yeah, because Matt was listening to an audio that was also set in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam. Because Matt knows that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a nice touch that they come here, for the audios also.
The Waters of Amsterdam, but that's not until next year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, next year. Oh, cool.
Yeah, but they went to the Arc of Infinity as well. So.
Yeah.
I saw that one.
Here's two questions for next year.
Go on.
Have they announced when they're going to start recording it? And when they finally answer all the nonsense that's been going on the internet that this is supposedly Capaldi's final season?
What?
Well, I don't know.
That's
I
up
don't
to
know.
him.
Yeah. If I was him, I'd milk it for 10 years, man. Just keep everybody shut up.
I think he'll do it at least one more, and then it remains to be seen what he'll do after that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Series. I want a longer.
He is a professional person, and I don't think he's leaving during the next series anyway. I mean, he didn't leave last night, so we know he's got one more series at least. I would think everybody would like him to do at least two more, but at the end of the day, it's a job too. So I mean,
At least I want to have the total series of 4 in total for him, just like Tenants.
Yeah,
and it
but
doesn't have 4.
3.5.
Yeah.
Besides, he's not the only one. Everybody's been going on about this.
Let's have a look.
For
What's the
yeah.
active engaging search for new Doctor Who showrunner? Well, we knew that, but he said he couldn't find someone to replace him.
Yeah, but you got to remember he's been on a year-by-year contract for a while now. Anyway, he's always said, if I get tired of doing it, then I'm going to leave. It's like so. He's always had the option in, if he wants to, do just another year or another year, and then he can just leave when he wants.
Let me ask you this though: isn't the job that he has quite different than the one that his predecessor did? Because Davies essentially had a co-producer with Julie Gardner who did a lot of the stuff, leaving freeing him up to write more. It seems like that didn't happen with all the recession and budget cuts that BBC keeps throwing at the show over the years since Stephen Moffat took over. I don't think he has that luxury of being able, he does a lot more work, I guess. The problem is finding somebody that's actually qualified and knows the show that well, wouldn't you say? I mean,
Mark Gatiss.
everybody says Gatiss, but I mean, I don't think Gatiss wants the job because it's
I believe it. I don't
not that
think
easy.
it isn't. No, and I don't think Gators, although he's got good Who history knowledge, I don't think he's up to scratch with being a showrunner for Doctor.
Maybe Toby.
Whitehouse.
Yeah.
Nah, if I had to pick somebody, I would pick somebody who's already been there, either as a writer or a director like that, and knows the inside of how everything is run. So in my head, the only one I could think of would be Rachel Talalay, because she directed a bunch of stories. She knows how it's run, how everything works behind the scenes, and especially with the budget like that. So,
but I don't know if she's a writer though, is she? We don't know.
She doesn't have to be the writer. Or she has to be the head.
You have to be the head writer.
Well,
yeah, you have to put your hand in to write a couple of episodes yourself.
You have to be able to manipulate the script into the vision that you want for the program. If somebody gives you a script, and they do that all the time, and you also be able. I mean, I'm not sure that he has to write as many as he does, but I'll be right back.
Okay.
But then the other one I'll probably think of would be that woman who wrote an episode this season and wrote a couple for Torchwood. The other one, I forgot her name. Okay.
Oh, what's her name? Oh, one. Who?
Catherine Regina.
Yeah, that one. So that's somebody right there that has the experience.
Yeah, but how much of a Who knowledge backlog do they have between the two women?
You gotta have. That's the thing. If you're gonna be a head writer, you gotta have an assistant who could do like a lot of editors has assistant editors for they could do.
Check the work.
Make sure everything's right.
Yeah,
you gotta have an assistant to help you.
I wouldn't mind a different perspective on Doctor Who now, to be honest. I wouldn't mind it. See how someone else portrays it on TV. Be nice. 10 years is a long time for ideology of Doctor Who.
Well,
Yeah.
remember, there's a lot of shows in the United States that's lasted more than 10 years.
Yeah, but things like Supernatural and stuff like that, they keep refreshing themselves somehow, which keeps you entertained. Whereas, I'm not bad mouthing Doctor Who, but it's been very samey for the last 10 years. I'm sure there's other ways to, put it out there.
No, actually, I can sort of see the difference between each Doctor's run. You can see Eccleston's was a bit more gritty, Tennant's was a bit more flirty, Matt Smith was a bit more goofy, and then you got Capaldi, who's a bit more serious.
I can see a point there. I can see a
If
point.
you sit back and you watch them individually, you can see the whole
The
Every actor brings their own personality to the part. That's a good thing. It went away. I mean, they bring a personality that they're acting out, but I mean, they're all significantly different, but equally the same person. That's the brilliance. Is it so far out of how many? 13. You haven't had a dud yet.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I know that's questionable with some people, but I mean, they've all managed to create their own characterization of the Doctor, and they're all very successful at it. And they're not that similar to each other if you think about it.
Capaldi is the embodiment of most of them, though, when you think about it.
Yeah.
He's a bit Tom Baker, he's a bit Sylvester McCoy, and so on.
Yeah. I found it was a little bit jarring that from Capaldi's first run, he was all this spiky, angry, unapproachable Doctor, and then we got this smoothed out, much more approachable Doctor. There's a quick change up if you see.
Well, I think they mellowed him out in this last series, but then again, this is the guy with a sign on his TARDIS.
Yeah, that's
no
still there. So
Gallows will be criticised, yeah.
So that part of it still exists, but it's not as force forward as it has been. So yeah.
I'll just say 2 words: Colin Baker.
Mm-hmm.
He was quite gritty to begin with, and then he sort of smoothed out towards the end of his run a bit.
Well, he's also had the benefit of 15 plus years of Big Finish, turning him into the Doctor he always wanted to be, which is very good.
His first episode on TV, he tried to strangle his companion, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Well, you can understand why that was.
Yeah.
He was in his own self, man.
Yeah, he regenerated of having poison inside his system.
Yeah.
Well, plus she was American, so that makes it
If I was waking up for the first time and looking right into Perry's cleavage, I'd want to choke something.
That's just yeah.
I get images of motorboating now for some reason.
Okay, we've got on for a bit. Let's go ahead and let's rate this sucker and put it to bed. Okay, starting with Texas Tim, how do you rate this one out of 10?
I give it a 10. It did everything it was supposed to do. It's a Christmas episode that wasn't too Christmassy, that was very funny, probably one of the funniest episodes of Doctor Who ever. And it managed to, move the story along a little bit, more than I thought it was going to, and wrap up River Song's arc if that's where they want to go with it. So it's an easy 10 for me. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, I got a message a little bit ago from poor Andrew. He's having tough time with his internet connection. He gave it a 6 out of 10.
Oh, cool. All right, fair enough.
Man's entitled to his opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
That's why we put him out.
Okay, Kevin, out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. I really loved it. It was really Christmassy, just at the theme, and it was a good end for the River Song with Capaldi's Doctor.
Okay, AJ.
10 out of 10. It's a brilliant showcase for Capaldi's acting talent with comedy, a little bit of drama, and seriousness all in the one episode.
All right, William.
Oh, I'm going to give this one a 10 out of 10 also. Even though it aired in Christmas, and in the beginning you saw some Christmas stuff, it had nothing to do with Christmas at all. It was a great story, and then like Tim said, this could be the final pin, might be, besides Big Finish of River Song on TV, which was a great send-off for her.
Okay, Matt.
Perfect 10. It's hit the mark. Loved everything about it. Great humour, great casting, and there's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely loved it.
All right, Philip.
I thought I was actually going to hate this one, going by the trailers that show the comical parts, but I've watched it more times than I watched any other Christmas episode, and I do love it. It's a wonderful piece. I love the chemistry of River Song and the Doctor, especially the emotional parts of their relationship. So yeah, it gets a 10 out of 10 for me as well, just for being there.
Okay, well, I never thought I'd say this about a freaking Christmas special for Doctor Who. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Because I was thoroughly amused beginning to end. It was a fun story, lots of good in jokes. Plus, you had that nice, sad melody, kind of a little bit of melodramatic ending there. But it ends, series 9. It also shows us a little bit, how we finally got that big question answered. Where did River Song get that sonic screwdriver from?
Yeah.
And also, that nice little touching moment at the end made it all worth it. It was just a beautiful episode. I really loved it. Okay, well, that's it for this time. And coming next week, everybody, The Force Awakens.
He will be a great asset.
Yeah.
You're not my father. Anyway.
Oh, I am.
Oh, God. Oh.
He's your father, your uncle, and half.
Without being too spoilery, I'm only going to say this. The villain of this film has serious daddy issues.
But we all.
I'll put it this way. If Kylo Ren had any more daddy issues, I'd expect to see him at a strip bar out by the airport.
With the mask or without the mask?
I say the 2 words for him for next week.
Doing a fancy lightsaber dance on a strip pole. Okay. Okay, but until next time, see y'all next week for The Force Awakens. Everybody take care. Have a great night.
Have a happy new year.
Be the Force with you.
Gotcha.